Welcome to Transit Benefit Application System Participant Training. I'm Sherry Johnson with the Department of Transportation's TRANServe office, your agency's Transit Benefit Program service provider. Your Transit Benefit Program office has asked me to speak with you today about the new electronic transit benefit application system. We want you to be familiar with it. Most of the questions you'll want to ask are answered in the applicant user guide. You're encouraged to review the guide, but don't save it to your desktop. We keep it updated for you on transerve.dot.gov. If you still have questions, just email them to the program office. Most likely your agency has a requirement that you take training as a prerequisite to applying for the transit benefit. The Integrity Awareness Training is online at transerve.dot.gov. Of all I'm going to cover today, you just need to remember that website address, transerve.dot.gov. Please write it down. It's transerve.dot.gov. What you do is go to transerve.dot.gov, choose the Participants page, and then scroll down to the bottom and click the little blue plus sign next to your agency. Okay, the reason we're here today is because we're all just a little uncomfortable when things are new and unfamiliar. Your Transit Benefit Program office is here to support you. You don't have to take a lot of notes, just write down our address, transerve.dot.gov. Everything you need is posted and updated online. So for now, just listen carefully and get ready to participate when we do the registration at the end. If you're using the recorded session, you can open a second browser and complete your application as we go along. Our goal on the Participants page is to enable you to self-serve most of the time and give you direction when you need to ask questions. If you're planning to routinely use mass transit to commute from home to work and back home, this benefit is for you. This is a prerequisite. For those employees who live in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, you must purchase and register a SmartTrip card. Be sure to take your agency's Integrity Awareness Training and fully understand your roles and responsibilities with regard to the Transit Benefit Program. One important point is to always update your application when your routine changes. Your agency funds your transit benefit each month. If you routinely receive an amount greater than your actual commute, you are tying up much needed funds and need to complete a new application to adjust your benefit. Applying for the transit benefit is quick and easy. During the next few minutes, you will learn how to do it. More detailed instructions are available in the user guides. These guides are posted on transerve.dot.gov. First, you want to access the system. Open a browser on your phone, tablet, laptop, or computer. Go to transerve.dot.gov, click on the Participants tab, and scroll down to your agency's name. Click the little blue plus sign to open your agency section and click the Application System link. Use your official federal government email address to create a user account profile. The first time you go in the Transit Benefit Application System, you'll have to click Register to create your own account profile. You register by entering your government email address, full name, and desk phone number. When the system recognizes your agency's email domain, it automatically fills in the name of your agency in the Agency Mode field. When this form is complete, click Register. In a minute or two, you will get an email with a temporary password. If you don't get the password, be sure to check your junk folder, your email that may be set to send system-generated email to your junk folder. Check your junk folder and move the email to your inbox. This will usually cause your email account to recognize that address in the future. Go back to the login page. On the right, there is a Forgot Password feature you can use later. For now, use that temporary password to log into the system. Let me give you a hint here. It's best to copy and paste the temporary password, but be very careful not to pick up an extra space before or after the copy. If the FSMA-compliant temporary password doesn't work for you, that's almost certainly what happened, so try again. Once you are registered, log into the application system. The Change Password section displays. Create a password that is unique to you and a hint to remind you of your choice. Now you're all set. Return to the login page and log in with your new password. What do you need to do in this system today? At any time, you can update your account profile, change your password, correct or create a new transit benefit application. You may use this screen to request information, withdraw from the program, or let the agency know you have a minor change to your application information, one that doesn't change the amount of your transit benefit. When you request information, the system sends your question to your program office. Assuming you already took the integrity awareness training, you're ready to apply for the transit benefit. It's easy. From the home screen, go ahead and click Transit Benefit Application this time. Choose Certify Enroll to complete a new application. Read the warning statement very carefully. You must agree that you understand your role and will use the transit benefit properly. By clicking I agree, you are certifying all these statements are true for you. After you read the certification statement and click I agree, the very first thing I want you to do is save yourself some time. Let's be sure you can complete the application before you start. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, find the first approver field. Use the select boxes to be sure your approvers are listed in the select box section. If your supervisor's name is not on the list, they are not registered and cannot approve your application, so don't start it yet. The transit benefit application does not save until it's complete. Contact your supervisor or other approving official to let them know you're applying for the transit benefit and need them to register right away. If their name is on the list and you already took the integrity awareness training, you're ready to apply for another year in the transit benefit program. The language in this first section provides instructions. Read them and then scroll on down. This section begins the transit benefit application expense worksheet. If this is your first time using this system, choose New Transit Benefit Participant as your reason for certification. If your agency is conducting annual recertification, choose Annual Certification/Recertification. Check the box to certify you have taken the required transit benefit integrity awareness training. If you haven't taken the training, you need to stop and go to transerve.dot.gov, choose the participants page, open your agency's section, and take the training. See the blue circle? Everywhere you see a blue question mark, you can click to open a help menu with additional information or instructions on that field. The bottom fields default to the correct answer for most employees. If you're an intern or an unpaid intern, use the drop-down box to identify yourself. If you do not work full-time, use that drop-down box to provide your accurate work status. Next, check each blue box that represents one mode of transportation by which you routinely commute to work. Checking these boxes opens up the right application expense worksheet for you. Here's a typical expense worksheet. It is designed to help you think through the number of days you routinely commute, the usual cost of your commute, and to identify whether you use bus, vanpool, subway, or train. Be sure to enter the name of the company for each method of transportation. Because so many major metropolitan areas have peak and off-peak pricing, and because green government supports teleworking and compressed work schedules, the worksheet requires you to enter to work and your cost from work. If you use a monthly or weekly pass, you'll need to divide the total monthly expense in half to complete this part of the form. If you're using that cost-efficient monthly pass, enter the monthly expense amount first, then enter your days per month and tab. In that way, the daily expense will auto-calculate for you. To identify the number of days per month, Use your best judgment and always follow your agency policy. For example, let's say I work 4 10-hour days, so I'm off every Friday. Because my days are longer, I arrive during peak hours but go home during less expensive off-peak hours. On Tuesday and Wednesday, I get to telework. I only actually commute into the office on Mondays and Thursdays, so I would enter 8 commuting days per month. If you aren't sure what to do, contact the program office for assistance. This is the end of the expense worksheet section. Now it's time to complete the transit benefit application. This will take just a few minutes. Scroll down to the banner Transit Benefit Program Application. Your name, email address, work phone number all fill in using the profile you created when you registered. All you enter in this section is the identifier and the common identifier. If you're not sure what to do, check the green Help menu. On my screen it tells me to use green commuter and the last 4 of my Social Security number. If your agency is set up as in this example, no one will see your identifier. The only time you'll use your common identifier is when you receive a new TRANServe card. As with any debit or credit card, you must call the bank to activate it. When you get your card, don't worry when you don't remember your common identifier. It's always here waiting for you online. Just log in and look up your last application. In this section, enter the business information for your agency. Use the blue select box to open each field and enter your admin code, your accounting code, your routing symbol, and your location and building. If you don't see these sections on your application, they are either titled differently by your agency or your agency has chosen to provide this information at a different level in the process. In the next section, enter the address to which you usually commute as well as the address from which you commute. What we're looking for here is where do you get on the bus, where do you get off the train. If you forgot to check for your approvers' names, you're stuck at this point and will have to come back when your approvers are in the list. Use the blue select box to choose your first and second approver. These fields may not be labeled according to the way they are designated by your agency. In this example, the first approver is called Approving Official. The second approver is called Manager Fund Certifier. If you don't know, check the help menus. Another help menu tells you the point of contact is the person who receives the shipment of the TRANServe card. Open the help menu, look for your region or point of contact name. The only tricky part of the entire application comes next. The SmartTrip card field can be hard to figure out. For those of you outside the National Capital Region, it's very easy. You always enter NA. For those who are in the National Capital Region, you are required to use a SmartTrip card on those methods of transportation that accept it. Knowing what number to enter is the tricky part. WMATA has several versions of the SmartTrip card. Use the help menu to identify the correct part of the card number to enter in this field. We recommend you also consult the applicant guide posted on transerve.dot.gov for illustrations of the various cards. These illustrations have the correct part of the number circled for you. WMATA.com also has detailed instructions. In order to keep things moving, all communication regarding your transit benefit application should be kept within the application system. At the bottom, the Comment for Agency Approvers section is a free type space for you to enter any information you think will assist in the approval process. Once you believe your application is complete, go ahead and click Continue to submit the application. The system will turn certain fields red to prompt you to provide the missing information, such as your zip code or your state of residence. Just understand that the application will not submit until all required fields are complete. Next, if your expense worksheet and transit benefit application indicate you must use a SmartTrip card, you will be asked if you want to enroll in the Smart Benefits program. By clicking Yes, I would like to enroll, you will join the Smart Benefits program and agree to have your transit benefit downloaded to your SmartTrip card the first of every month. This is mandatory for methods that accept SmartTrip. Click the No Thank You button if you do not want to join the Smart Benefits program. Once your application is complete, thank you for enrolling in the Transit Benefit Program displays. The Smart Benefits Program confirmation message is only displayed when the applicant has enrolled in the Smart Benefits Program. You're finished with the application, so now what? Your supervisor just got an email letting them know that they need to review your application. At each step along the way, you'll get an email too. Your email tells you what just happened and what's going to happen next. Each time an action is taken on your application, you'll get an email, and so does the next approver. If you don't see those emails coming through, remember to check your junk box. Your settings may be preventing the email from reaching your inbox. Here's the email you get if your application is disapproved. Applications that have been disapproved are sent back to you. You must take corrective action and resubmit the application. From the home page, click the Transit Benefit Application button. The Select an Action to Continue page displays. Notice the reason the application was disapproved is displayed in red at the top of the page. Click the Delete Application and Start Over button to delete the existing application. Doing this will revert the application back to the last submitted application. If this is your first application using this system, only the profile information will continue to display. Here's a summary of the training. Follow these steps to register. If you're using a recorded presentation, you can put it on pause and use these instructions to go ahead and fill out the application. This concludes the presentation. Thank you very much for attending Transit Benefit Application System Training. For future reference, remember our website address. We'll keep the user guides and training updated for you. If you still have questions, please consult the Applicant User Guide on transerve.dot.gov or email your Transit Benefit Coordinator.